Gen Xers are by far the toughest generation of them all. We had lead in our paint. We had glue that pretty sure a lot of kids ate that they shouldn't have. And then we had toys that were made with absolutely no regard for our safety. Listen, I said toughest, not smartest. Hello and welcome back to Fumbling Through the Galaxy with your host Severus Snape. Last week we took a look at Hondo Onaka by Gentle Giant in bust format. We spoke about Akira Kurosawa and how his work influenced George Lucas, and I really hope that you had a chance to check out Kurosawa's work. And if you haven't, I highly recommend checking out Ran, High Low, Fortress, or, of course, Seven Samurai. This week we're going to continue to look at a bust, also by Gentle Giant, that represents a character who I think has been well captured and then not so well captured in all forms of media across the Star Wars IP, and that, of course, is Darth Vader. When I saw Darth Vader at the end of Rogue One, I, like many people, went bananas at the sheer ruthlessness of Vader in that scene. And that's the Vader that we really have come to expect from that era. By the same token, I look at him in Obi-Wan, and he seems conflicted when he really shouldn't be, and then he seems way too powerful for all the representations that we have had of him otherwise. So it's, I'm sure, difficult to capture him accurately, but I really wish that there was more effort or more thought put into what he was in the era that he's being represented, or the era in which the storyline is being told. I think that Rebels hit it dead on. I think they made him menacing, they made him evil, they made him ruthless, and this is the Vader that we would have absolutely expected during that era.
Not us.
But nothing so crazy as to make you wonder, like, where was this the whole time? Anyways, I'm curious, what is your favorite version of Darth Vader, from what novel, book, series, and why? Leave a comment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and let's go check out this incredible bust by Gentle Giant at the table. Okay, here we are at the table, having a look at the box. So basically, it's really a three-sided box. The front is, the clamshell where it goes in, not a whole lot. And then some great captures of the bust, which again, this is from the Rebel series animated style Darth Vader, which in my opinion is, or for me anyways, probably the best animated capture. That Twilight of the Apprentice episode, and then the episode where they meet him for the first time, it's just so good, and he's just animated so well. So yeah, this is, a really excellent rendition of that Rebels animated series Vader. And so let's see what it says here. It says, once a heroic Jedi Knight, Darth Vader was seduced by the dark side of the Force, became a Sith Lord, and led the Empire's eradication of the Jedi Order. He remained in service of the Emperor, the evil Darth Sidious, for decades, enforcing his master's will and seeking to crush the fledgling Rebel Alliance. But there was still good in him. So there you go. Each mini bust is hand cast, hand painted, and hand numbered. Very cool. So yeah. As always, when you get a Gentle Giant statue or anything really, they're going, because they're all limited edition, they're going to give you this certificate of authenticity, and they handwrite what number you are of the run. So this is 1349 of 3000, so just a little under halfway through the run. And that is the box for the Star Wars Rebels Darth Vader. So let's take a look at the figure and let's see what we got here. So yeah, as I said, like, you know what, I think this is like such a great capture. It's such an accurate capture of the Rebel style animated Darth Vader. I really love it. I love the way that, the red in the eyes, just the way the face is sculpted. I love the way the chest plate is sculpted. Um, you know, the kind of hand when he was in that episode, as I said, that first episode, you see him running into Kanan. It's just great. It's got that great scene on the landing pad. And so, yeah, you know what? It's real great dynamic movement in the cape, which I always like. I like when they do that on statues. Again, real nice texture, looks really good. This blade actually is one of the better ones. I mean, leave me a comment on that, actually. I'm really curious. So I don't expose any of my bust or any of my toys actually to direct sunlight. I have this thing where I just think if it's in direct sunlight, even though it's a smoke-free home, that over time it's either going to fade or, these may, God forbid, even start to melt. However, having said that, I do have several of these sabers that have over time started to kind of limp down a little and that have not retained their form. So what I'm curious if anybody knows is there anybody out there in the 3D world who's actually printing these replacements and making replacements for their busts? This goes throughout every line actually. Every line, uses the same technology, I think, for all their sabers. So this translucent kind of, I don't know if this is plastic or resin. I don't know. I work with epoxy when I make tables and cutting boards sometimes, but I'm not sure that this is epoxy in any event. Yeah, if you know anybody who's doing these 3D replacements or you're doing them yourself, let me know. I'd be really curious to know that. So yeah, there he is. Darth Vader, Rebels animated style. Fantastic figure. Really happy to have added him to the collection. Now, let's take a look and see how he actually scales in terms of scaling to the rest of the toy line. So let's take a look here. We'll just reposition the camera and take a look. So there's Vader. Here is Kanan. So you can see they really do scale very, very well. Let's add Kanan's love. Hera. So, she's a little smaller than the two of them, which is fine, actually, because she still scales really, really well in relation to them. And I quite don't mind that she's a little smaller. So, in any event, these are 3 of the Rebels. I have a few more. I have not got the Captain Rex and the Ahsoka I think they captured her from the moment in between 2 worlds. So, in any event, yeah, almost completed this line. Really enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know about the sabers. I think at the intro, I probably also asked you who your favorite Sith was, and if I didn't, who is your favorite Sith? Anyways, okay. See you on the next one.